Alright, what's up guys? So, TrapDocs has uploaded a video titled The Real Alonzo Harris from Training Day, Rafael Perez. Yeah, for those that have never seen the movie Training Day, it's a pretty crazy movie. It's one of those movies where it's like, if there are cops out there that are like that, bruh, they need to be investigated. They need to lose their jobs because it's a scary situation out here. Yeah, Denzel Washington, he played the mess out of that role. It was like, nah. I still to this day, I watch Training Day, and it's like every time when I watch that movie, it's like watching it for the first time. It's one of those movies where it's like you gotta watch Training Day. I know there might be people out there that are like, nah, I don't think Training Day was all that much of a good movie. Hey, that's your opinion. To me, one of the best Denzel Washington movies that I've watched. So yeah, definitely if you guys haven't, go watch Training Day. But yeah, let's see. I don't know, because I don't ever remember hearing like Training Day was based on a true story. It might have been inspired by this guy, this Rafael Perez person. But if not, then yeah, let's I'm curious. I'm curious to see what this is all about and things. So, but yeah, guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to TrapDocs for more videos like this. And then that being said,
Training Day, a film about a crooked LA cop played by Denzel Washington, but what many don't know is that the character Alonzo Harris is actually based on a real cop.
Oh.
Ray Lopez, born Rafael Antonio Perez on August 22, 1967. He was a former police officer with the Los Angeles Police Department and the central figure in the LAPD Rampart scandal. An officer with the Community Resources Against Street Hoodlums Task Force, Perez was involved in numerous crimes and corruption, notably the shooting and framing of Javier Ovando, in addition to the theft and resale of at least $800,000 of cocaine from LAPD evidence lockers.
That's crazy.
Perez is accused of being a member of the Bloods and of murdering the notorious B.I.G. at the behest of producer Suge Knight of Death Row Records. When Perez was finally arrested, he implicated 70 other Rampart Division officers in various forms of misconduct, ranging from bad shootings to consuming alcohol while on duty.
Wow.
Over 100 convictions were overturned based on Perez's testimony. This is the story of Rafael Perez. Perez was born in Humacao, Puerto Rico in 1967 and moved to Brooklyn, New York in 1972. Some months later he moved to Paterson, New Jersey, and then he would eventually move to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1982. Perez graduated from high school in 1985 and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, where he was stationed in Maine and California. He was hired by the LAPD after leaving the military in 1989. Prior to this, he had been a reject and passed over for hiring by background investigators from several other departments in Southern California. He also looked and acted in a gang-like manner. After serving on routine patrol duties, Perez was transferred to a narcotics unit in 1992. In 1995, he was transferred to Rampart Division and assigned to Crash, an anti-gang unit given a long leash by the LAPD. Perez gained a reputation as a tough and effective officer, valued for his fluency in Spanish and his knowledge of LA's gangs. According to Perez,
it's good to have like knowledge on stuff, especially if you're gonna be working out in that area. It's like, yeah, it's like then you know where, but it's like then if you're gonna mess your career up and things like his career could be so different if you ain't out there, you know, doing some corrupt stuff. So
first began stealing drug money at the urging of his partner. One thing led to the next, and before you know it, Perez was stealing and dealing pounds of cocaine. On October 12, 1990,
and he probably had like numerous signs to tell him you shouldn't be doing this.
Perez and his partner Nino Durden shot and framed an unarmed gang member, Javier Ovando. Ovando, who was left paralyzed, was sentenced to 23 years in prison based on the officer's false testimony.
Wow.
Ovando is an immigrant to the United States and a former member of the powerful 18th Street Gang. On September 16, 1999, Ovando was released from prison after Perez recanted his earlier testimony. The district attorney's office filed a writ of habeas corpus overturning Ovando's conviction. Ovando had spent 2.5 years incarcerated. On November 21, 2000, Ovando received a $15 million settlement, the largest police misconduct settlement in Los Angeles history.
Dang,
Perez was
that man was set for life. That is
also
crazy.
rumored to be involved in the murder of the notorious B.I.G. On April 16, 2007, Wallace's relatives filed a wrongful death suit against the city of Los Angeles, former LAPD officer Rafael Perez and his partner former officer Nino Durden, seeking unspecified general, compensatory and punitive monetary damages. The lawsuit was filed in the Los Angeles Superior Court by Wallace's mother, his widow Faith Evans, and his 2 children. The lawsuit states that Perez, Nino Durden, their partner former officer David Mack, and certain unknown persons were responsible for the death of Christopher Wallace. The rapper was shot to death on March 9, 1997, as he and Sean Combs left the 11th annual Soul Train Music Awards after party held at the Peterson Automotive Museum on Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. The lawsuit states the killing was committed in a very organized and professional manner, suggesting that a high degree of coordination and planning preceded his murder. The suit further alleges that Perez admitted to the LAPD that he and David Mack conspired to murder and participated in the murder of Christopher Wallace. It was alleged that Perez was on duty during the night of March 9, 1997, but there was no evidence of that allegation. On November 6,
That's crazy.
1997,
If he did have something to do with it, I'm like, because I feel like that is more of an unsolved mystery than, Tupac's his like murder and stuff. Because I feel like, yeah, it's like overall we know that the guy that he fought that night, and talking on Tupac, like, yeah, he was the one that did it, but it was like with Biggie, I know there would be times where I would try to like study that stuff and figure out like if I could even figure out something with that case, and I couldn't even. So it's like, yeah, it's just on some stuff where I'm like, man, it's insane. It's insane like how corrupt a person can be, but
fellow crash officer David Mack and 2 accomplices stole $722,000 during a robbery at a Bank of America branch near the University of Southern California campus. Mack entered the bank and claimed he wanted to access his safe deposit box. The bank teller, Romero, who was his girlfriend at the time, admitted him to the secure area, where he threw her to the floor and robbed the vault of $722,000. In her capacity as branch assistant manager, Romero had ordered double the usual amount of cash to be on hand at the bank on the day of the robbery. After 1 month of investigation, Romero confessed to her role in the crime and implicated Mack as the mastermind. He was arrested in December 1997 and sentenced to 14 years. His 2 accomplices were never caught. On August 25, 1998, Perez, then age 31 and a 9-year veteran of the Los Angeles Police Department, was arrested for stealing 6 pounds of cocaine from a department property room. The theft was originally suspected to be an attempt at framing fellow officer Frank Liga in retaliation for the shooting of Perez's friend, Kevin Gaines. The cocaine was estimated to be worth $800,000 on the street. His December 1998 trial ended as a mistrial. To avoid a second trial and the possible conviction of his second wife, who according to authorities may have known about Perez's illegal activities, on September 8, 1999, he cut a plea bargain with authorities. In his plea bargain he revealed the Rampart scandal in exchange for immunity for his misconduct. After his release from prison he settled with his family in Inglewood. Then in 2006 he had a second divorce. He then moved and lived in many cities like Redondo Beach and San Diego and had a series of different jobs. He currently lives in Chino Hills and, as of May 2015, is reported to work as a limo driver. He was seen driving for producer Harvey Weinstein. Other notable character based on
oh wow. But yeah, that would be a scary situation because it's all like my thing is this. He's that corrupt, all right? Already, I don't know, maybe he had, well, yeah, they think they did say he had ties to Bloods and stuff, but I'm like, I just think that would be a risky thing where it's like, I'm pretty sure there might be people in California that don't like him, and then on top of that, him being a corrupt cop, yeah, I know people, I played San Andreas, I know people didn't like him, but yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know, if I'm in his shoes, I'm definitely leaving California, and I'm like, no, I'm moving out somewhere else.
Rafael Perez, or Frank Tenpenny from the 2004 video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and the television series The Shield is based on the Los Angeles Rampart scandal, and the show's main character, Officer Vic Mackey, is based loosely on Rafael Perez.
That's crazy.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to
yeah, he was a real life Alonzo Harris, because I'm like, that's some crazy stuff, man. To be that corrupt as a cop, it's like, for what reason, bro? Like, you got a good paying job, yet you want to do this like shady stuff. Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, that video, yeah, that was pretty crazy. I definitely gonna like just even read some stuff about him that, you know, maybe it wasn't covered in this video and things, but yeah, that's crazy, man. That's some crazy stuff. But anyways, guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Trap Docs for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.